Yeah, it's never easy to play John, who is, if not the best, but definitely top three best servers in a game. He's the tallest guy next to Karlovic we have in sport, and he has a great technique. So when he's using that height, the angles that he hits are incredible. So it's very difficult to return, and sometimes he can hit really good from any side of the court, especially with the forehand. He knows how to use the court positioning. He opens himself an opportunity to hit inside out forehand or inside in, and with that serve, obviously he can win against anybody on a good day. So I thought I returned really well today and allowed myself to have a bunch of opportunities on his service games. And then, twice I had a chance to finish it out, and I played two bad games, and he played an incredible tiebreaker. And when you get to the tiebreak with John Isner, whoever you are, you're not a favorite. He's a favorite. So I just try to hang in there, stay mentally tough when I lost the second set, and played a great third.
Novak, it looked like after you lose those two games, you're going to lose the tiebreak, and then I think it was a backhand down the line, then the racket, you let the racket go. Did you just have to kind of get it out, and then after that you just regrouped and then
Yeah, well, it's frustrating. I mean, definitely when you have the opportunities that I had in the second set to close it out, and I managed to regroup, even after that reaction. I just didn't let my concentration drop for a long time. I already next point I was back in the game where I need to be.
Your thoughts on playing Roger tomorrow, and do you think that Roger is kind of a comeback right now?
Well, he didn't have a great 2013 by his standards, but so this year he's playing like he played for most of his career, and on a very high level. He played great in Dubai. We had a tough, interesting match in semifinals. Whenever we play each other, it's always a huge challenge for both of us, and very few points can decide the winner. So I do not expect anything less tomorrow. I just hope for myself that I'll be able to perform on a high level, because I'm going to need to do that in order to get a chance to win against him.
Do you prefer to play him on a rather slow court like here, or prefer to play him on fast court?
Well, yes, I mean, in a way, it's better for me that it's a bit slower, because he likes faster courts. But again, he doesn't have a bad record here. 4 titles. I don't think it makes too much difference for him. This year, it seems like has more confidence in his backhand. Goes for his shots more. So it's Roger, and you know what to expect from him. He's always on a high level, especially in the finals.
You've played against Roger in a bunch of different times in both of your careers, either your high or going through some lower times. Does it always feel the same presence across the net when it's Roger, or does it depend a little bit on recent results and events?
No, I mean, it's more or less the same. I mean, it's every single match that we play against each other is always at the later stages of a tournament, because we both were at the top of the men's game for last 7-8 years. So it's always tense, it's always emotional, it's always close, and I don't think that, especially in the last 15 matches we play against each other, there was a clear favorite, I would say. So we played a lot of great matches on Grand Slams, Master Series events, any tournament. So I look forward to it. I mean, it's always a challenge in every way for me to win against Roger.
Novak, just following on from what Ben was just asking you, when you are getting prepared to play Roger, what is that sense like? Are you just so hyper or anxious, or do you just really have to keep a lid on things and try and keep things on an even keel when it's kind of like him or Rafa or Andy?
No, it's a mixed emotions in a way, but you know, it's not the first time I play him, so I know what to expect on the court, and of course I have a team of people that analyzes his game, and we talk and we try to prepare as best as we can. And I do have my own routines for the matches, regardless who I play against. It's more or less the same, so I keep the same kind of routine and prepare myself.
Novak, after a hard-fought match like this, will you have any issues with either recovering mentally or physically going into tomorrow's match against Roger?
I don't feel that I'm exhausted. I haven't played many matches this year, so I worked very hard on the practice courts, and I got myself in a great physical shape, and that's something that I'm sure I can rely on in tomorrow's match.
Novak, when you've always had great success here, but we're not used to seeing you play a lot of three-set matches, and you've had 4 out of 5 matches go 3. What's your take on the way you're playing right now, and why maybe some kind of struggles that we're not used to seeing you have at this tournament?
It was 3 matches, not 4. They went 3 sets first, and no, I mean, look, it's. You know, I can't always expect myself to win in straight sets and be dominant every single year. I mean, there's so many players out there who are working as hard as I do, and they want to win as much as I do. And you know, it happens that you have opponents who just play really well, like Cilic, for example, played the other night fantastic tennis, and it's normal, you know. There are players who, when they step on the center court and they don't feel like they have much to lose, so they're going for their shots, and it's a lot of pressure always, you know, kind of expecting from yourself and other people from you to perform at a high level consistently and always win in straight sets. And you know, the win is a win. In the end of the day, I'm very happy with the way I overcome the mental challenges this week and managed to arrive to the finals. For me, that's already a big success. So I'm gonna hopefully, you know, win the title tomorrow. But you know, already it's been a great week for me.
Hey Novak, you could say in a way our sport is about big performances on big stages. Can you reflect for a minute on sort of the art of big match play and go a little deeper in your preparations? Is it a matter of ramping up or stepping back? How important are the X's and O's? Can you just focus on that or reflect on that?
Are you referring to the match tomorrow? Like, how do I prepare for that, or
yeah,
is it more
for slam
like
finals.
big matches?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously there is a certain difference. As I said before, I have generally my routine that I respect with the team, and the way I prepare myself, I do not try to change that significantly because of because it's a Grand Slam final and so forth. But of course, mentally and emotionally, there is difference, and you feel that. I mean, it's you feel that excitement. Now it's a matter of experience and mental also strength for you to in order to kind of channel that excitement into positive energy rather than negative, because you can easily get carried away. And I've experienced everything in my life on the court, mentally and before the matches, and I think that a lot to do with the result and with the outcome on the court has the preparation before that. So you need to get yourself ready, because then when you know you have done everything in your power to get yourself the most prepared possible, then you feel mentally a certain relief, and you know you're confident because you have done everything. You know, you haven't changed any kind of routine.
Last to English.
Novak, in team sports in this country, especially in baseball, so much data is being used in terms of analyzing opponents. And you were talking about what your team does analyzing. How much data do you use in terms of statistics, or in terms of, or do you just go by feel how you're doing?
Well, I mean, the technology nowadays has evolved so much, and there's a lot of interesting programs, and obviously sports science is something that I really like and I'm interested in and I support, and I have friends and some people around my team who are trying to always kind of come up with some new ideas, with some creative programs that are able to, to improve my game for this small edge or percentage that is always, of course, welcome and needed on the high level. So yeah, we do use some certain technology, and we try to analyze the opponents the best as possible, and of course we also review all the matches that I've played against my next opponent in this specific tournament, and all the matches in the previous years.
Novak is now going to be with you in Roger in the final. It's going to be 28 out of the last 29 Masters events that will be won by one of the big four guys, which I think is pretty surprising, considering people associate best of three with more upsets than maybe the slams, but it's pretty similar numbers. Just what do you think that says about the importance you guys do place on these Masters, and I guess even in best of three, a lot of the top guys can't find ways to win out more often than not.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but top four guys had the most success in Grand Slams and Masters 1000 events, and because we value these tournaments as the most important ones, and not just Grand Slams but also these Masters tournaments. I mean, we give really our best in order to win, because they not just bring points and prize money. It's about really the importance of the tournament and value. I mean, you have the best players in the world participating in the event, and you want to do well. And I was saying how much Indian Wells does for the sport, and every year now with the stadium too and improved facilities, it can bring only positives to tennis. And so I really hope that that ATP and all of us together, tournaments and players, we can work towards some kind of improvement in general for the ATP events, because there is a lot of room, a lot of potential that we can grow as tournaments and as association.
More tournaments keeping up with this one, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? I mean, why not let others compete and grow? Because I have a sense that there has been a little holdback on the tournaments, because they don't want one tournament to stand out in prize money or facilities and so forth, and that's why the process is a bit slower. But there is no reason for that to be happening still. I mean, why not allow the ATP tournaments to grow and even overcome the Grand Slams? There is a tradition, there is a history, of course, when I respect that. Absolutely, and I'm aware of my sport, but we are part of ATP. This is our organization, and why not? It's in these modern times, why not allow the tournaments in places in the world where they love tennis, where they want to have a tournament, big tournament? Why not? Determine the market, and then let them compete.
Thank you, Serbian.